This is Rebecca. Spontaneous, creative, playful, and full of energy. She loves life. Just hate being bored and those stuffy dudes grinding on with tedious explanations or wanting drawn-out discussions are seriously uncool and annoying. Boring. Peter finds her attitude difficult. He justifies what he does through his value system and knows that it is important to be precise and expects no less of others. He's convinced that everything must fit with his beliefs and that one should focus upon the truly important things. He freely shares his convictions with others and is interested in their opinions. While he's speaking, Rebecca interjects with, "This is cool," for one of her art projects, and Peter openly displays his annoyance at being interrupted. Tom becomes curious. He wants to understand why Rebecca and Peter regularly get into conflict. He analyzes everything with his logical mind, and this interpersonal clash is no different, just something to analyze. It is important to him to make good use of his time, and effective communication is a way to achieve this. He prefers to seek out and solve problems, which earns him regular recognition for his brilliant thinking. Hannah senses that Peter and Rebecca are again heading towards conflict, and she's concerned. Her empathetic approach to people allows her to create a pleasant atmosphere wherein communicating is easy. Others often appreciate this in her, and she loves being liked and feeling happy. "Having lunch together is so much nicer when everybody gets along," she says to herself. Ian watches all this at a distance. Calmly reflecting upon the scene, he ponders upon why they all get so agitated. Then he finds himself envisioning a new idea. It is ingenious. When Tom hears of Ian's idea later, he asks himself, how did he come up with this idea? Well, imagination is a great gift. Patricia stops by to brag about her latest success. She proudly tells the others about how this was the most difficult client she has ever turned around, and her bonus will be the sign of her prowess. She's the number one. To her, success breeds success. Peter grudgingly agrees she's done well. Tom has already begun to analyze what could be learned from Patricia's sales strategy. Rebecca says, "A party! What fun!" Hannah reserves a table at a nice Italian restaurant around the corner, while Ian reflects on how he can find a quiet spot at the table where he will not be bothered too much. Identify, understand, utilize. What do you focus on in communication? Identify. We usually concentrate on the content, the what the other person is saying, and we only perceive subconsciously how they present this content. Therefore, we don't often account for what the words, tones, facial expressions, gestures, and postures reveal about them. The choice of clothing and accessories also says a lot about a person, as well as their work and living situation. There are many pieces of the puzzle that contribute to an understanding of personality structure when we pay attention to observing them. Process communication helps us to identify numerous details in human interactions that we previously may not have paid attention to. Understand. PCM offers us a model to guide our analysis of these pieces of the puzzle and put them together to form a complete picture of a personality. In turn, this allows us a better understanding of ourselves and others. We will learn the following components of personality types: their speech patterns, preferred modes of communication, management style, main motivators, as well as their patterns when in distress. As we learn about others, we also learn about ourselves. In this way, the process communication model supports us finding the key to our own well-balanced self-management. Central to the process communication model is the architecture of our personality. The metaphor of a 6-floor building with a lift to move to each floor helps to visualize how the 6 personality types combine to form a unique personality structure. We can use our elevator to access the positive aspects of each personality type in us at will and use these strengths, providing we have energized ourselves for this. Process communication enables us to understand what is needed for positive communication and delivers clear practical guidance of how to deal with unproductive, stress-related behavior when we see it. A bonus is that we can better understand our old enemies and connect with them more productively. Utilize. Applying the process communication model in personal conversations helps us to form and maintain positive business and personal relationships. And this is enduring and sustainable. PCM provides us with a wide range of practical tools that help us deal with different types of personality. Process communication enables us to observe others second by second and to turn potentially unproductive conversations into effective communication. Applications. And now for the best part. We can apply the process communication model in all fields of communication. For instance, in business life and healthcare, such as contact with customers and clients, in leadership, in feedback sessions, as well as successful conflict resolution. In coaching, in the education of pupils, teachers, as well as trainers and managers. In the world of medicine, doctors, surgeons, and anaesthetists utilize the power of PCM to reduce medical mistakes. In personal relationships and parenting. The success of PCM. The American psychologist Dr. Tabby Kaler developed the process communication model in the late 1970s and has refined and improved it continuously. This model of communication and personality proved so effective in predicting stress behavior that NASA started using process communication in the selection, placement, and training of astronauts under the direction of their lead psychiatrist consultant, Dr. Terry McGuire. Bill Clinton used Dr. Kaler's discoveries and the benefits of process communication during his presidential campaign. Today, a large number of businesses, coaches, consultants, schools, and universities worldwide utilize PCM to form and sustain successful relationships. Interested? www.processcommunication.eu